So welcome to another interesting challenge in HackerRank, and this is day one, continuation of our day one of 10 days of statistics, and today we are going to be talking about standard deviation. Let me just briefly tell you what the standard deviation of a set of items is. Basically, standard deviation tells you the average distance of the items or of the elements of a list from the mean. So if we have, for instance, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you calculate the mean to be m, so we want to calculate 1 minus m squared, we calculate 2 minus m squared, and we calculate 3 minus m squared, and you want to calculate 4 minus m squared, and you get the total of these, and then let's call the total, for instance, total. Let's just call it total. And then once you get this total, you simply get the square root of this total. So one thing you want to do is there's a term called root mean squared. Yeah. So this root mean squared, if you are learning statistics, you should know what it means. So the first thing we want to do is to get the mean and get the square of the mean and get the square root of everything. So let's just see how it plays out. Remember, the first thing we calculate the mean, and then we get the square of each item from the mean, and then we take the square root. So that's where that word, that expression, root mean square, comes from. All right, so let's just do this. So the first thing we want to do here is we are going to calculate the mean to be sum of ARR over line of ARR. That's the mean. And then I would like to use least comprehension to get the square of the mean distances. So I'm going to say squares. I'm going to call this squares is equal to least comprehension, list of each item minus the mean. So let me say each item x, sorry, what's happening to me? X minus the mean squared. So it's going to be squared uses this operator. Yeah, so for each x, minus the mean, subtract the mean, and square it, okay, for x in where? In the array, right? So this is going to give us the squares of the differences, like I told you. And we are going to calculate, we need the sum of these squares, all right? So I'm going to now say sum, call it sum squares, is equal to the sum of the squares, all right? And finally, we are going to get the square root of this value. So I'm going to say results is equal to sqrt, I think it's math.sqrt sum squares. So this is what we have here. And the question is, do they want us to print it or do they want us to return it? So let's check. They want us to print. So if we want to print it out, that's what they want us to do. So maybe we can just, first of all, convert this result to floats. And just change it to float so that I can just round it up to one decimal place. So I'm going to just print round the results to one decimal place, and that should be it. So basically that's it. One good thing you need to learn about is least comprehension. It actually makes life so easy. And at this point, I'm going to simply run this code and let's see if it passes the test cases. So it gave us a wrong answer. So let me check. Oh, sorry, I missed out a very important part of this. So we actually need to divide by n. So this n here we have to divide by. So it's going to be this squares divided by line of AR. So this is what I missed out, and I think everything should be fine. So I'm going to go back to run this code at this point, and you see it passes the test case. I'm going to submit, and let's see what we have. And you can see it also passes all the test cases right here. So I would like to thank you for viewing, and also please remember to subscribe to my channel, and if you have any challenges, please do leave me a comment in the comment box below this video. I remain Times on the Genius, and I'm always there for you.